Alright, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and welcome back to more of the Pale Beyond. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get the bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we finished the long winter, but shit hit the fan. The ice started cracking, um, and we lost most of our resources. As you can see, I used to have my max decorum, fuel, and food used to be a lot higher, but now it's capped at 175 and 75. That's because we lost the equipment for that. And right now we're on the edge of the ice. We're heading towards allegedly where safety should be, which is over here. And we also had to... We couldn't bring the dogs with us. So we had to let all of them go except for Stanbury, which is why we only have one left. So things are looking mighty bleak for us. I'm not sure what's gonna happen after this, to be honest. But let's put some hushpat stuff in there. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should. Fuel, I think we're gonna be okay because the temperature's a lot higher now. It's not as bad as last time, but then again, we'll see. Okay, let me put some peeps on this. Okay, they're no longer freezing, but then we still got 2 people that are hurt. So we had 4 people that were hurt from the ice cracking. Not only the ice cracking, but because a fire kind of broke out in our tents, some people got burned. So we cured 2 people. We still have 2 people left, but I'm assuming since the doctor is not available to be selected here, it's only after this. So, nope. I believe it's time we set sail. It's our only chance to make land. Stoke brothers are waiting for you by the shore. I'll not pretend to be adept at nautical matters. I trust you'll choose your boat captains and allocate the crew wisely. Oh, shit. Right, this thing. Templeton, Hammond, Kurt, Cordell, Nutley, and Kasha all board the largest lifeboat. Okay. Grimley Jr. man the other 2 vessels. The remaining crew must be decided. All living crew must be allocated to the lifeboats before we can set sail. You have 14 left to assign. Alright. Okay, let's see. Can I back out? I can. Alright. So Grimley's on one of them, I think. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna assign 1 scout, 1 engineer, and 1 scientist. Like that first, okay. They board the vessel, lifeboat 2. Okay, hold up. 4 out of 9, and then lifeboat 3. We'll do that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so they all have 1 already, at least 1. For lifeboat 1, I'm inclined to put the 2 hurt ones in here with us, since technically the doctor's on board with us, right? So we put those 2 there. Okay, 7 left to assign. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put Runt Da with Runt. How many more can I put in? Hold up. 5, 5. And I have 7 left to assign. Which means if I divide it by 2, I can put 3, 3, and then 1 here. So who do I want to put 3? Okay, wait, we'll put... I have 7 left to assign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. What are you talking about? I wish they'll tell us who's on board. Okay. I'm gonna put 2 No, wait, no. Lifeboat 3 is you and maybe you. Like that. Okay, and then 2 more sailors here. Okay, so all the smaller lifeboats are balanced out right now. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I put Mr. Gloss on lifeboat 3. Let's put the glosses together. Okay. And then we'll put an extra engineer on one of them. Okay. And now I have 2 left. You know what? Maybe I'll put you guys with us instead. Then again, you know what? Yeah, the reason why I want to put people on Lifeboat 1 is that I strongly feel that since Lifeboat 1 is filled with all the specialists, it's very unlikely Lifeboat 1 is gonna die. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen to Lifeboat 2 and 3, to be honest. Because there has to be a reason why they're saying, like, you gotta carefully allocate them, right? I mean, for all I know, maybe if we fill it up, because it's so heavy and because we didn't, like, fix the boats up, it suddenly crashes because there's so many people on it. So, then again, maybe just overthinking, I don't know. Crap. On the other hand, maybe they need the extra hands if shit hits the fan. Cause Lifeboat 1's guaranteed to be safe for sure, I feel. Then again, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna put them here with us, whatever. And then we'll see. Alright, you're now ready to set sail. Set sail, I guess. You will not be able to return from this point, are you sure? Yes. Camp is packed up and the lifeboats are prepared for sail. As you glance back to the shore, you notice the dog sitting on the edge. Ah, shit. They paw the water, eyeing the boats and their master. Cordell readies a rifle and fires in the air above them. It is enough to scare them off. Everything is ready, Captain. All that is left is for you to give the order. This isn't going to be easy. Keep alert. We're at the mercy of the ice and the open sea. And the ocean now. It's 2:15 in the afternoon. For some back home, the end of lunchtime. For you, the beginning of a countdown. Consider the boats carrying you through the ice. The lifeboats seem a mockery of the temperance. You wonder if they'll ever rest on the decks of its sister. For now, your past and future seem to shrink against the glaring challenges of the ice ahead. You grip the tiller firmly. Stroke. The boat lurches forwards, bobbing side to side, parting the inky waters. Stroke! Oh god, I hope everyone's okay. You're getting speed now. Stroke. Oh my god, please, please, I hope everyone's okay. A cadence is reached by all those rowing. The oars lift in unison. Uncomfortable for most, the crew has arranged the equipment as best they can to lift their sitting position to account for the raised edges of the boat. It's not long before Nutley begins a periodic ritual of dry heaving over the side of the boat between his turns rowing. Kasha curls over a camera, paranoid of any moisture that may enter its mechanisms. Continue to sail ahead. Please, please, I hope everyone's okay. The fog finally clears to reveal the ice around. Dude, we're gonna hit that, aren't we? We did hit that. It's just flavor. We'll be okay. Please, please be okay. The Pale Beyond. The title thing comes out again. Oh gosh. This really puts into perspective how insignificantly small we are in this, I mean, on planet Earth, we're so small. But if you think about it, Earth is so small compared to the universe that is still expanding. Good lord. I really hope we make it. I'm not sure how Captain Hunt made it with his 3 other dudes. We're gonna hit that little bit over here. We're gonna hit this. Can I skip? No, it's just expanding to show how truly insignificant we are. We're in North Pole, right? Did we go north? I think we went north. Yeah. How convenient that it's a straight shot. Please, I don't need any more bad news after what happened. They really took a hit on everything. Unless the game ends here. Nope. Terrifying, but profoundly beautiful all at once. Oh, terrifying, but profoundly beautiful all at once. Okay. Oh golly, by evening you've nearly escaped the ice. The empty ocean is almost visible on the horizon. The boats lurch. It smells horrendous. Though seemingly enticing to a large gathering of snow petrels, they shoot down from the sky at their leisure, scooping up a meal at a time. They're mackerel ice fish, I think. How do you know that? My father used to take me fishing whenever he could. Hammond stops rowing momentarily. Are you sure about that, kid? Because you had been puking for a year straight at least. Doctor goes around and tries to prove he can hold it in. Kasha furrows her brow, readying the camera. What do you think it means? Doesn't mean anything. A cold current, most likely, where the ice meets the ocean. Grimly calls from his boat. It's a bad omen. The living aren't supposed to be out here. Templeton grumbles to himself, something about superstition. With the birds overhead, it's nigh impossible to avoid their droppings. At least it's warmer than the snow. Oh. One finds its way into the doctor's hair. A fresh gastral purge follows suit. Kasha looks at you, uncomfortable, shielding the camera. What do you think, Captain? I've made a career defying where people shouldn't be able to go. Grimly's no different. I'm sure there's an explanation whether we understand it or not. She thinks on this answer before taking a photo across the water. Cordell lifts a fish from the ocean and presents it to Stanbury. The animal smells it before shying away from the food. She drops it back in the ocean and buries herself in the animal's furs. Alright, after hours of rowing, you finally reach the open ocean. It's impossible to avoid the stingly sprays at sea as they invade the boats periodically. Everyone is left bailing with whatever they can find. Hats, mugs, even bare, I'm assuming this means hands, lift out the water. The crew begin to curse into the night, at each other and at the events gone past. It's the only means of protest that doesn't interrupt attempt to remain warm. Refuse to take part but allow the others. Let the sailors sing their slurs into the night. Out here, each should be allowed their own reprieve. Knightley looks to see if you curse and decides it isn't safe. Templeton at least lets out the odd, posh paragraph. I really hope we make it. Come on, guys. We can do it. It's a wave. Is it a wave? It's a storm. Please. We'll be okay. We're gonna be okay. Come on. Come on, please. Lightning flashes to the west, followed by rapturous thunder. Undiscroding the sounds of the sea. Hold fast. Your screams are lost in the thunder as a large, abrupt wave smashes against the boats. Rogue wave! You just about crest it. The moment passes before the other two lifeboats join you. Every sailor knows the tales of rogue waves, freak anomalies that plague seas such as these. You hear singing, started by Junior. It soon infects the rest of the sailfolk, defiant against the storm. Yeah. The song is about three sisters dancing to seduce a sailor. Oh my god, come on. A second larger wave hits the boats, the same again, just about. The sailors change key. Sing with them. You don't know the words, but you'll never forget this tune. Echoing as best you can, the others follow suit from beneath the tarp. Even Templeton sings. Oh my god, oh my god. The third, final, and largest of the waves hits the boats. You're lifted near the vertical. Keep singing. Spray enters your lungs. It feels like forever before your boat finally crests the waves. The tiller buckles in your hand. Your eyes burn from the salt of the sea. All three boats make it across. Oh, thank Christ! Thank you! Oh my god. Did it actually make a difference if I had put like all the sailors in one boat? You know what? Maybe. If I put all the sailors in one boat, maybe the other boat wouldn't have made it. You finally make land. Navigate is the first to step on solid ground. He turns to the rest of you sodden. You've made it, ladies and gentlemen. Land at last. Week 39. Oh. Good lord. Look out across the ocean. You look out across the ocean and consider the journey thus far. There's a couple of peeps over here. Okay, let's do requests. Hammond? I didn't know Hammond was bald, but okay. Carpenter sent me. Says we ought to get building some proper gravestones for the dead. Can't say I disagree. I'll get to it in your order. Proper eulogy will also be expected. Who died? Best if you consider your words now, Captain. This is a difficult time for all. What do you mean? We progress beyond the last known location of the Viscount. Answers to its disappearance may lie on this side. Oh, are you talking about the 4 people that went missing? Captain, once you're through here, I'd recommend you scout the area for any sign of human activity. For safety, of course. Hammond? See the engineer tinkering away at some navigational equipment with his usual sour expression. Oh, shit. Places his equipment to the side and lets out a grunt. Damn thing still doesn't work. You think it could be the environment? Hammond gives you sideways glance. Maybe. Can't begin to know. Not like we have any bloody experience for this. Yeah, we're the first, aren't we? Not a bloody souls come this far south. Oh, we're south? Who knows what? Who knows what's ahead? Having trouble? Kurt approaches, a more noticeable limp on the man, forcing him to use his cane. What do you want? Still trying to get the compass working again? Threaten that I might. The look at Kurt's face is one of hesitation as his eyes dart around, doing all to avoid the gaze of Hammond. I have something to declare regarding my previous actions. Carry on, Kurt. Well, I believe that in dire circumstances, pride can often take the better of us. Stop stalling, what are you trying to say? I would just like to apologize over our earlier scrap. I got carried away before, and I see it did neither of us any good. You're right there. It's not me to hold a grudge, Hammond, least of all trapped out in this cold. Enough with appeals, just spit it out, why don't you? We should be working together, and more importantly, I am sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize. Hammond pauses for a moment while looking towards Kurt. After that moment, he returns to tinkering with his equipment before finally speaking. Accepted. Excuse me, what was that? Apology accepted. Okay, I expect you two to work together from now on. As best as we can, I don't think I have another fight in me, Captain. First and last day. Before. Kid fooled me. Well, I suppose I'll be off. Best of luck with your adjustments, Hammond. There's no chance of getting them working here. We'll rely on you. I'm sure I'm a relic when compared to your machines. I'm relying on you. Ah, I see. Oh, he's blushing a little bit. Kurt steps away, returning to camp at large. Visit the gravesite? Nobody died. What? Nobody's dead. Maybe it's for those who had died, but nobody's dead. Unless they're talking about the 4 people. Yeah, let's go. Cross the ridge. Inspect the cairn. Inside the cairn, you find a letter, some supplies, and a bolt-action rifle. To you who finds this message, here lies the final testament of the Viscount. We made our arrival on the east shore of the island. Before moving on, we established a cabin to mark the landing point. There you'll find enough supplies to support a crew of 20 for a full year. While charting the perimeter of the island, the crew came across a cavern at the mouth of a central mountain. Captain Whelan decided to split the crew in order to chart the location further. His half have elected to enter the cave through the open stream, while we have been sent to mark the western coast of land. I don't trust the captain. His actions of late have been erratic, cagey. He has avoided all questions from myself and the rest of the crew. This behavior is only exacerbated since encountering the cave. Enclosed is an instrument that may be needed in some time. If you find said instrument to be missing from this cairn, then you will know that the worst has occurred. If you're reading this in our wake, another poor crew sent this to this isle, heed my advice. Turn back. There's something truly wrong with this land. It has felt the touch of the 3 sisters cursed to swallow poor sailors whole. If you're wise, you would not allow it to happen to you. Turn back. Signed, Bertram Reynolds, head scout at the Viscount. Good lord. At least we got, no grave. At least we got a rifle. The crew have their meal. A wave of ease and rest falls over the crew, safe and fed. Dinner ends and slowly the crew make their way to the graves. The eulogy awaits. I have nobody to eulogize. What are you talking about? Nutley approaches you. Captain, we've come a long way, haven't we? You've grown quite a lot in that time, Nutley. Why? Am I any taller? Before we move on, there's something I have to confess. Something I carried on my back this whole time. I don't feel right keeping it from you any further, so... I allowed Captain Hunt to abandon us? Explain. When the ship was going down, I saw him. I watched as he grabbed his supplies and began to take off onto the ice. He saw me, but didn't say a word. He knew that I was too spineless to do anything. I couldn't even bring myself to tell anyone. He was right. I was too spineless. Until now, at least. And now you know. It wasn't your fault, yeah. Expect no punishment for this. I didn't help. Every time I could have done something, I froze up. And I'll carry that guilt with me. I'm sorry. The truth had to come out. Do what you will with this information. I'll accept anything you decide, Captain. Nutley walks off, returning to his tent. I mean, look. What could he have done? Captain Hunt was really leaving, you know? I'm not gonna blame him. Captain, we've escaped the ice. We're on land. We're so close now, Shaw. So very close. We both saw that cairn, Captain. Traces of the expedition which came before us. Shaw, I believe we can still find the Viscount. Our mission can continue. Do you really think there's a chance we could find it? It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when, surely. Oh, look, his clothes a little bit tattered as well, you can see. I know that after all this time, the specifics of our employ may seem inconsequential. But tell me, Captain, do you think the Appertons would pour all of this effort, put this many lives at risk, if they didn't think there was something truly paradigm-shifting at the end of it? Don't think for a second we're gonna finish where we started. I no doubt we shall, one way or the other. We'll speak soon. Good luck, Captain. He stops and turns before leaving. One last thing. What happened to your captain's hat? It wasn't my hat. I didn't need it. Nods and leaves. Yeah, I never put it on. He gave it to me. Captain, is there something I should be made aware of? Oh, her clothes are tattered too. What do you mean? Mr. Templeton's been snooping around, interrogating me in my report. It seems as we approach rescue, he's taken upon himself to approve of what lies in my writing. He has taken it upon himself, correct? You didn't set him up to this, right? Templeton's acting of his own accord. Good to know. I'm no stranger to people who want to omit parts of my work. I saw it plain while covering the riots, but I have no intention of censoring this report. A story not based in the truth is worthless. If I had to leave parts out or fabricate others, then was it a story worth telling in the first place? You could always gloss it up a little. You turn your head. See Kurt approaching, apparently having eavesdropped on the conversation. What do you mean? Well, a story can still be plain honest, but some require a little bit of polish. What about your films? Weren't they the honest accounts of your expeditions? Oh, they were. Well, more or less. More or less? Most of it was true, I'm sure. Most of it? I'm not interested in mostly true. Don't be so naive, Kasha. As much of this expedition, I don't tend to be hurt by, you're right, Kurchin suggests. I thought you of all people understand the tricks a camera can pull. Oops. Oh, I'm well aware of how others go about it. But I won the Fentler Prize doing it my way, and I'm sure to win it again my way. Sir Kasha's no need to lie in order to paint this crew positively. Yeah, of course, but those who read these sort of things can be tremendously judgmental. Why are you suggesting this, Kurt? I just feel that we've braved so much that we deserve a somewhat flattering write-up. So perhaps some omissions are necessary. Such as what? Many of this crew comes from backgrounds best not shared with the public, and more has happened here that should remain on the ice. That private conversation with Nutley? You resign yourself from the sale, is that what this is? You want nobody to know about whatever health issue you keep under wraps? Regardless, it will remain on the wraps. It's not for the public to know, right? I'm simply stating that for this kind of story, people reading want to be inspired. There's no reason to saddle them with the nitty-gritty. But I'm here for the story. The full story. No single solitary soul wants to hear the full story. Nobody got into an Arctic expedition because they heard about the rest of us having dysentery. You just want to protect your own image, don't you? What? Well, no. It's nothing of the sort, but I'm no fool. I see exactly what you're trying to do. Let's not debate this matter. It can wait until we're on our way home. No, this is important. I didn't think you'd be so concerned about your image, Kurt. Well, that's your mistake. Mistake? You can't expect me to be the perfect role model seen in the films. I'm only human. I've been married thrice, hobbled once, and been plagued with every vice there is. What I do have is my exploits and my legacy. I would wish you not take that away from me as well. Kasha looks to you, her usual upbeat visage melted away in disbelief. I can't lie on your behalf, Kurt. You don't understand the power of optics. Every part of your report puts my livelihood at stake. Your livelihood or your image? The cold truth is there's no difference between the two. And you, Captain? Do you believe this as well? Balls. Well, I'm gonna balance this out. They're both kind of low. No, free proposition, please. Yep, sorry. Of course, but surely you can be encouraged to. Sorry, buddy. No. No. I'm so disappointed in you. Please, I'm simply saying that sometimes it's better to reframe the reality for a better story. And feed your ego? That's all you care about, right? That's all I have to care about. Kasha's face has shifted yet again, now to one of cold cynicism. You're pathetic. Kasha storms back to the tent as Kurt gives you an uncomfortable glance. The man looks shaken by the response and above all appears to be deeply embarrassed. Without a word, she staggers back to part of the camp. Alright. I guess now we'll do the eulogy. Apologies if you can hear some drilling. No, I don't think you can. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna do the eulogy, I guess. There's nobody that's dead, though. Holding eulogy for the dead. The crew are called together before you. You tentatively lift yourself onto a crate. Hush, whispered roll through the audience. Nobody's dead, right? Yeah, we're all still here. This is a bug. Ready some ledger and pencil. They once again await your next words. How will you deliver them? The weight of the loss resting on your shoulders. With the implicit confidence in possible results you've achieved so far, as if nothing has changed. With the weight of those losses resting on your shoulders. Their losses hang on your words. You dare not speak without acknowledgement of exactly that. The crew looks to you, miserable. Scars and sail past, exposed under the light of day. I would like to begin by honoring those we have lost. We didn't lose anybody. The eulogy begins. Stoke brothers begin a tune together in remembrance. Read out all the names. Golly, I don't know. We didn't lose anybody. Include the names of Rufus Hunt and the missing crew. Omit the names. Because these guys still believe that he's still around, but I'm not... Well, let's omit them for now. You recite the names and stations of those lost to the ice and ocean, with notable exception. Each individual name seems to sting different groups of the crew. Grimly stops playing and calls from the crowd. But your list is short, Shaw. You're missing a few names. Oh. Sorry. I thought you didn't want what names are those. Hunt and the rest. I don't believe I am. Bro, spit on the ground, leave the rest of the crew. What? What do you mean? I thought you guys didn't want to believe that he's dead. What the heck? Include the names of the dogs lost. This perks up Cordell's attention. May all be granted their rest. Eulogies ended. The crew looks to you for answers. Kurt speaks up. Our work's not finished yet. We still have a mountain to scale. We all saw the cairn. Across that path is safety. Cabin with enough supplies to last us until rescue. Templeton clears his throat. What is our current priority, Captain? No matter what, I must scale that mountain. We'll know the next course of action from there. Kurt gives a nod. The assurance of solid ground seems to stir those listening. There we go. Well said, Captain. Indeed. Well, we don't have much time. Best be moving on. Back to work. The crew are granted the time they need before they eventually disperse, returning to their roles at camp. Okay, and I think now's a good time to leave this episode off here. In the next episode, we will, I guess, cross the mountain and then we'll see what happens. So for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!